Twitch.tv. Class is in session once again. This is the second edition of Syllabus Week. You already know who it is, and if you don't, it's your boy Bash. I'm here with Inkfair, and we already got round one set up. It's Metal Slugs versus Unlimited Arthritis online. So, know anything about these squads, Inkfair?
Good evening. I can't say that with confidence. If looking at these rosters, Metal Slugs, we see Rumble, Blind Tech, QB, Yuko, Unlimited Arthritis. We see. I don't want to make any mistakes here. Jub, Amber.png, Gem, and Squiddy. Do you know any of these people?
Can't say that I do, but I do know which schools these squads represent. Metal Slugs is coming out from UC Santa Cruz. Shout out to the Central Coast. Love y'all guys. And Unlimited Arthritis Online is coming from San Diego State. So we got some CSU rep here. That's cool. But
Very cool.
anyways, first map of the first round is Rainmaker on New Albacore Hotel. We're gonna see all sorts of crazy movement, aren't we?
New Albacore is a very classic map in competitive play. It has a very large range. There's a lot of sight lines. Everything's very relatively flat, and it gives a lot of advantage to long ranged weapons, I would believe. And so we're definitely going to see some of those right now here today.
All right, well, yeah, let's see what they come out with.
Let us see.
We got some dually action on both sides. So, yeah, definitely some movement. But we've also got some range. We've got a Jet Squelcher on the yellow side. And then on the blue side, we've got a Splatling of some kind.
Yeah, so on the blue side, we see a Heavy Splatling Remix. And Jet Squelcher, of course, on the yellow side. I must say, they're definitely not the highest range. There's still backlines, but it's nothing like the Hydra or very heavy chargers that we sometimes see on this map.
Certainly. In any case, yeah, it looks like Unlimited Arthritis is coming in heavy with the paint first, but Metal Slugs, when they started engaging, they just rolled over them. That Stingray was just like a sign that, yeah, you guys are expecting trouble, and that's exactly what they got. Oh my goodness, look at Amber.pmg. Getting all of those picks and just waiting for the rest of the team to come in so they can push the Rainmaker again, which they've just started doing.
Even though the yellow side of Metal Slugs has been able to pick up the Rainmaker pretty easily, they still struggle to push it much further than 70 points on the first minute of the match.
Yeah, I guess they're doing the slow and steady strategy, but okay. Yeah, they just snuck by. Putting more points on the board there. Couldn't really paint, so they couldn't really escape from the Squelchers. But yeah, Metal Slugs getting that good of a push that early on. Unlimited Arthritis now has the opportunity to answer. But I imagine that Metal Slugs is going to come out from that yellow paint in any moment to meet them.
With 26 points, Metal Slugs is slowly reaching the point where you have to walk through some pretty tough areas, some slicks where you can't exactly swim through very easily. So
yeah. And I mean, you could play defensively at that point with enough like endurance, but I feel like with the momentum that Metal Slugs has received, if they are gonna play that game, it's still gonna be pretty offensive defense. As we see them pushing towards the Maker, we see the Ultra Stamp coming out, and they're just trying to give Unlimited Arthritis the hardest time possible.
Of course. The game's not moving too quickly. We're almost halfway through here. One team's got a decent push of 26. The blue side of Metal Slugs, of course, receiving no points to this time.
Unlimited Arthritis pushing forward now. Yeah, it seems like we had a color mismatch, so the colors up should be the correct ones now. So Unlimited Arthritis is actually the ones in the lead, and you could be concerned with how much they're moving. They might be aggravating that Arthritis a little bit, but it's all good. We can rest after we win the map.
No rest for me.
That Splatling was putting in work popping the bubble, but they couldn't quite get it. Oh, and now we're getting some movement on the Rainmaker from Metal Slugs. Getting a couple picks. from Larn Tech. Clearing a path, but is anybody going to meet them at center?
Note that both teams have all of their members alive, so this is going to be a tough push to make unless they get some good kills right away.
Indeed. Metal Slugs failing to put even 1 point on the board. Oh my goodness, like, just right away after they picked up the Rainmaker, they shut it down. Unlimited Arthritis is not playing any games. Dodge that Autobomb, pop the armor, pop the bubble with the Stingray. Yeah, they really could. They really could just back away. QB got to unleash that Booyah Bomb. Is anything going to happen with that? Not, don't look like.
They're trying their best to zone it out. They're trying to keep the Rainmaker away from their team so they can't.
Resetting the Rainmaker.
It's a reset. We're not quite. It respawns on the edge of the map.
Interesting.
A bit of the caster lag.
Perhaps.
Metal Slugs with the Rainmaker, they have an opportunity to push here.
Yep, this is their chance.
Arthritis can get that pick.
Lobbing those mortars of Rainmaker fire. 25 seconds left on the clock, and they lose it before they can make a push. Amber doing a really good job of painting that side of the map, so they have a lot of trouble pushing forward.
Especially they're coming out from the side of Metal Slugs, although it still looks like they're not having an easy time getting this past the middle.
Stingray dodging it. Oh, and they put some points on. They put some points on, but they lose it right away. And that's going to be game.
Game's
Unlimited
over.
Arthritis online just took Metal Slugs offline this first map. I don't know. It just felt like with the way they were moving and with how much pressure they put on, I feel like Metal Slugs could have done more of the same, but it just seemed like Unlimited Arthritis wanted it just a little bit more.
They were able to put some great pressure on. They did not let Metal Slugs pass their defenses almost at all.
So that's something that Metal Slugs is going to have to correct. They'll need to be a bit more mobile. They'll need to be a bit more aggressive in order to counter the aggression of Unlimited Arthritis online. And next map is going to be Splat Zones on Musselforge Fitness. So you can stand your ground here a little bit more, but yeah, if one team's offense is too good, then you might need to get a little more creative on defense. Of course, specials will matter a whole lot. I'm expecting to see Booyah Bombs. I'm expecting to see maybe some missiles, but no, definitely armoring Booyah Bombs on a map like this.
Yeah, you go for Booyah for turf. You get armor to get good offensive pushes. You can defend yourself easier. You don't get killed as quickly, and that'll definitely allow you to make stronger pushes on this map and this mode.
Yep, and coordinating the specials is ever so important, because if everyone's timing is right, then you could just overwhelm the other team, maybe get a wipe, but either way, set them back one. So, as soon as both teams are ready, we'll take a look, see what they try, see what comps they come out with.
I believe there's a chance they might. I'm unsure. They might have longer range, they might have shorter range. It can both work on this map. If you're able to push up very aggressively, you can push up to the enemy's rooftop area, where past a little great bridge. There you can do some serious damage, potentially even push up to the enemy spawn. And there's a lot of opportunities you can push on this map.
Ooh, we got heavy splatlings on both sides now. So there's going to be a lot of painting going on. Just this big hill. Let's see who's going to take it first. Gem coming out with the tent umbrella. Going to wait for the right moment to sneak by, provide a shield. And yeah, Metal Slugs takes the zone very briefly, but Unlimited Arthritis online comes out and just claims it as their own. Gem continuing to sneak, placing the beacon right there. Wonder what strategy that's going to be used for.
Potentially a really good flank on this stage, unless the enemy, of course, finds it.
Yeah. Better hope nobody finds it then. We see You see a duel of Booyah Bombs. Who's gonna shoot first? Oh, and they take it back right after. That is very good specials play from Unlimited Arthritis Online. Answering one Booyah Bomb with the other at right the perfect time. You sacrifice yourself, but you keep the objective in play. Metal Slug's going to try to take the objective now with their Booyah Bomb with none to answer from Unlimited Arthritis, and they do so. But Unlimited Arthritis is down to 25, so they've got a lot of work to do.
Look at all those specials that immediately came up from Unlimited Arthritis. They mean business. They're not going to let this zone be taken so easily. Even if the zone gets taken, they have specials to come back immediately.
Like I said, coordination is super, super helpful. Just having all the specials come out at the right time, can't beat that. But unfortunately, even though they slapped some penalty points onto Metal Slugs, it wasn't enough to keep them from extending their lead further, or rather closing the gap, lowering the lead of Unlimited Arthritis. But we'll see just how low they can get that lead as Unlimited Arthritis takes back the zone and slaps 34 entire penalty points onto Metal Slug's scoreboard.
And we just saw again an example of the special coordination that whatever it is Unlimited Arthritis has got. They used bubbles and they immediately splashed out and popped them. An excellent play on Splat zones to get the zone back.
And Metal Slugs takes control back, but they still got to get rid of those penalty points. You see the Booyah Bomb coming out. This could be their chance to get the zone and clear a path. And yes, indeed, it looks like Unlimited Arthritis Online is pulling back for a little bit, but no doubt they'll be coming back. It'll be up to QB to see if they can't defend the zone with the range and firepower of that Splatling. Metal Slugs pops the armor.
It's a tough fight. There's going left and right everywhere.
Oh yes, Unlimited Arthritis coming in close with the firepower, trying to bug the zone a little bit, but they can't quite take control. And Metal Slugs is getting closer to taking the lead. Let's see if they can do it. They lose the lead briefly, but the Booyah Bomb brings it back. Excellent timing. Now they're starting to coordinate their specials, and they've taken the lead. We got Bubbles out on the side of Unlimited Arthritis, but we're not sure if... Oh no, they have taken the zone, but they've got a lot of penalty points to make up. But a minute and 30 seconds, that's plenty of time for their situation. If they can keep Metal Slugs at bay, they can definitely take the lead back.
Unlimited Arthritis, I believe they slightly rushed this push. They did not have a special advantage. Metal Slugs, they had Bomb Launcher, they had Booyah Bomb, they had everything ready to keep the zone, and they couldn't do it. So Unlimited Arthritis probably had a little bit, they struggled a little bit towards the beginning of that push. Of course, they got the zone back, but they took way too long, so they lost the lead in the process.
Yeah. You cannot slack in a mode like this, because in any mode in Splatoon 2, really, because there's not a lot of time, and there's a whole lot of objective points to be gained in such a short amount of time. But it's a good thing they were able to bring it back, because that's led to them getting the KO. They were just able to overpower Metal Slugs once again. Metal Slugs really needs to find an answer for this style of overwhelming offense and specials coordination soon, or they're going to get swept.
Of course, this was a much closer game than the previous round one on Rainmaker. We saw Metal Slugs getting to it was approximately 20 points remaining, and before Unlimited Arthritis, of course, got the KO on that match. So we might, if Metal Slugs are able to adjust their game plan just a little bit more, we might see some wave victories come out of them.
They're making progress for sure. We just need to see that progress come out more as we move on to tower control on Sturgeon Shipyard. I'm sort of expecting the Splatlings to come out more, but we could also see some chargers if any of these players like using chargers. There are the sightlines and verticality for chargers here, as well as just the range.
On Sturgeon, of course, there's plenty of sightlines, there's plenty of places for just backlines to hang out and just really annoy the hell out of people on any part of the map, really. If I imagine it in my head right now, there's no real place a backline can't thrive in some way. And tower control, of course, a slightly slower mode might benefit the backlines a little bit. We'll see. We'll have to see.
Of course, Stingrays and tower control go together like peanut butter and jelly. So we've been seeing Stingrays come out first couple matches. I don't believe that we're going to be seeing any deviation from that. What other specials do you think we'll be seeing?
For tower control. For getting, of course, Stingray is great for getting players off the tower. We might see more specials that are sort of inclined towards that playstyle. Perhaps Booyah Bomb. What else do you think we could see?
I feel like that covers it. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so we've got slight variation in the loadouts. We've got a blaster on the side of Metal Slugs. We've got a standard splatter shot on the side of Unlimited Arthritis. Right away, both squads taking no time. Unlimited Arthritis trying to take some coverage of the flank. And we see just their mobility and their ability to put paint on them in the right areas. But Metal Slugs is the one in control of the tower, so Unlimited Arthritis is going to need to take their focus there.
Yuko on Metal Slugs, slightly struggling right now at the bottom little fight pit area in mid. But of course they have taken the tower. They seem to be like very desperately holding on to this little advantage that they got in the beginning of the match game. But of course there's 4 minutes left. We'll still have to see what happens here.
Yeah, and despite interference from Unlimited Arthritis, Metal Slugs is doing a decent job of covering. But now Unlimited Arthritis has the lead, and they're already at checkpoint 1. Ooh, but the Booyah Bomb might disrupt that. Oh, but nice dodge. Nice response as well. But I don't know if that Booyah Bomb hit anyone, but it was a good way to push them back and allow them to take more points while riding the tower. Metal Slugs is just pushing back at spawn. One of the members of Unlimited Arthritis, two of the members of Unlimited Arthritis are trying to push forward. We see the armor coming out from Metal Slugs as they take the tower. Very good timing of popping the armor. And Unlimited Arthritis is going to need to respond to that.
And here we see right now, Unlimited Arthritis, their Growl's back in mid, they have some backup. They are spending no time. They get pushed back a little bit, they come back immediately. They don't spend any time messing about.
Oh yes, Gem's getting a lot of good picks. Using that shield well as well. Yeah, they could get back on the tower at any time, but of course Gem going to scout out more, planting that beacon. Going to try to push Metal Slugs even further back.
Just making a very valiant effort here. Getting this one to the bubbles. Oh, they got shot down. How unfortunate.
These suction bombs coming out on both sides. You see Yuko painting center a little bit more, preparing for Metal Slugs' push. See a Booyah Bomb come out, not try like the placement though. And Metal Slugs is slowly approaching checkpoint. Well, actually no, they've just been stopped in their tracks. Yeah, no, Unlimited Arthritis is having a really good job at responding to the pushes of Metal Slugs.
The keyword feels that they're playing a little bit slowly, in my opinion. They have to be more aggressive. They have to get more paint. Just be in Unlimited Arthritis' face, and that's potentially how they might be able to take this victory.
I agree. Yeah, no, it's always nice to have a well-coordinated, well-thought-out strategy, but if the other team is just going at you with just all this force, and they seem to have their strategy figured out, you're going to need to try to pick up the pace a little bit. It's all about adaptation.
Of course, very important in competitive games. You must be able to adapt to your enemy's strategies.
With the pressure from the Clash Blaster, though.
Oh, looks like they went now. Clash Blaster is always a controversial choice. It's some people consider it a very overpowered weapon. Some people consider it a very newbie weapon. You always see different opinions from different people.
Yeah, the pick and the dime from Ambird though, and they've got an armor on deck. Are they gonna pop it anytime soon? They are approaching the final checkpoint. It might be a good idea.
Yeah, so let their team push forward even further.
And yeah, no, they didn't even need it. They don't even need it. Folks, Unlimited Arthritis is online, and they are moving on to the next round. 3 not. Crazy stuff. Like, it looks like they really just, all they really needed to do was get up in Metal Slugs' face, and that just allowed them to get the upper hand, as Metal Slugs' defense just sort of fell apart close to the end of every match. It was just all about endurance, and yeah, Unlimited Arthritis Online really just made this a set of attrition, didn't they?
Because it was an excellent performance. We can't deny that Metal Slugs was able to. They were still able to get points. They were still able to expand out a little bit, get some kills, get some picks, everything. But it was no match to Unlimited Arthritis in this match, in this set.
Indeed. Yeah, so we'll get the next round coming up really soon, but until then, we're going to take a break. Keep it tight. There's more Collegiate Splatoon action coming up.
Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back. And we have got a marquee matchup for you in round 2. We've got the final exam champs coming in from Purdue University all the way up in Indiana. Wiggler Ahoy coming up against SIC, reigning from, and excuse me if I botched the pronunciation, Pontificia Universidad Católica.
Ooh, that pretty much sounds correct. Like I'm no expert on pronunciation, but I can't say you did it incorrect. What an exciting match we're gonna see here.
But yeah, first map, we got Splat zones on Blackbelly. Just your standard King of the Hill type Splat zones map, but there are a lot of flanking routes, a lot of close quarters corridors, but also little bits of verticality, especially up on the center if a charger wants to get crazy. What are you expecting to see?
Yeah, it's very much. There's right in the center. There's the big pillar that allows people to have great sight lines up there. Everybody, of course, has to desperately fight in team fights to gain control of that top section. And in spot zones, Blackbelly is, of course, a map of 2 zones. So one thing we very frequently see on this map is that like a team has capped one zone and they tried to go to the next zone, but the other team has already captured the first zone to the time they go to the second zone. So it can be very difficult at times to capture this zone.
Anyways, yeah, we're going to go right into it. Let's see what comps these squads come out with. All right.
Looks like
we've got a lot of shooters out here. Got an Octobrush as well on the side of SIC. Got a Tri-Slosher on the side of Wiggler Ahoy. So we got some variation here. That's always nice to see.
There's absolutely variation, but again, as I mentioned, very short range focus. There's nobody that's going to camp on top of the top pillar or something. They're all going to be playing aggressive. They're going to be trying to be on those zones to play aggressively. That's in short.
Yeah, Blackbelly seems to really like that close quarters aggro type gameplay, so I'm not surprised to see these comps like this either. Alright, Wiggler Ahoy maintaining control of the zone, pushing back that Inkjet with the bombs. Inkjet not quite able to get those shots off. See a Booyah Bomb trying to disrupt the zone, but yeah, they've lost control, but Wiggler Ahoy doing a good job of maintaining it. Now we're at a stalemate with one squad controlling each half of the zone. We see Roundy trying forward. Hopefully they're not ending and overcommitting right now. Ooh,
like they might have.
Direct hit from the blaster.
Now SIC very quickly pushing in. Gain control of the zones, 45 to 96 at the moment. Let's see how this turns out.
Wiggler Ahoy getting hit with fat penalty points right now. Ooh, pressure from the Octobrush. Yeah, you do not want to go up there when it's just rain and fire like that. You want to sneak around, scare them a little bit. But anyways, yeah, SIC now maintaining control of the zone, but they've got a mountain to climb still.
It'll be a tough one, but we've seen bigger comebacks in Splatoon history. At the moment, SIC has been wiped, though, which will be very difficult to come back from. They'll be able to pull in a decent team push with a decent amount of specials here.
Indeed, anything can happen, and both teams are doing a pretty good job at letting the layout of the map work for them. Just finding the best routes to catch the other team off guard. And yeah, they've just been trading this zone. It's really just going to come down to who's got the better defense after they take the zone.
As I see here, with just pure force, they got the pick advantage. They were able to push forward, and now they're in control of the zone. We'll see. Maybe not for long. Wiggler Ahoy is trying to make some moves.
Maybe, yeah. Stella's doing a really good job of painting, but they can only dodge those bombs for so long. Oh, and Wiggler Ahoy using a splashdown to disrupt control of the zone. SIC responds with a Booyah Bomb and some missiles, but Wiggler Ahoy is taking control of the zone once again, slapping some penalty points on to SIC. We've got a Baller come out. Very good strategy of using specials to push him back like that. Very, very gutsy as well, but it's working.
Wiggler Ahoy is still putting in some pretty decent offense. We see they're going 2-2 right now in kills. Yeah, it's SIC back on the offense. And Wiggler Ahoy has exhausted their penalty. They're counting down swiftly to KO at the moment.
So yeah, maybe offensive defense is just the mood for this tournament, because that seems to be what's been working time and time again. I mean, SIC was doing a really good job just like planting their feet and trying to paint, but once Wiggler Ahoy took control and they actually went forward and pushed SIC as far back as they could, that just allowed them to take that first map with authority. Very good stuff from SIC as well, though. It's clear they tried a lot. They had a lot of good ideas. They might just want to meet with more aggression next map.
Against one of the big boys of the CCA tournaments, you can't fault anybody for playing just a little bit, not perfectly. We're on the second round of the tournament. People have gotten their groove in some more, so they might be even stronger than potentially before.
Still some things to be worked out, but it is clear that these squads are primed and ready to go. Gotta get in that good mindset, especially on something like tower control on the Reef, which rewards all different kinds of play styles. So we could see an absolute clash of opposing strategies here. Based on the type of play that we've been seeing from these teams, what do you think we'll see?
They might pull out backlines this time. They might see that maybe this map is different enough that they can find advantage in playing Splatling or Charger here. Or perhaps they'll keep going with their regular strategy. They'll play very aggressively. They'll push the enemy back into their spawn and just easily submit victory in this tower control match.
Yeah, I feel like we might be seeing some Stingrays and armor here. Maybe some bubbles. Maybe some Booyah Bombs. All depends on the weapons they want to choose. But yeah, coordination of specials is going to be important here as well. Tower control has always been a mode where specials have very much turned the tide of a match.
I do not disagree. Yeah, the match is starting. We'll have to see very shortly what these players have picked out for us. There you go, there's a backline coming out. 2 backlines? No, that's a double dually composition coming out from the purple side, which, to my knowledge, is Wiggler Ahoy.
SIC coming out with some range. Got a lot of the Kensa variants of shooters and blasters. We've got also a close quarters type composition from Wiggler Ahoy. So it's 2 completely different strategies. So SIC is going to want to just hold Wiggler Ahoy back from long range, and Wiggler Ahoy is just going to try to go up in their faces. So it's all going to come down to who's got the better execution, because one can definitely beat the other. It just really depends on which team does the better job at staying in their desired range.
Wiggler Ahoy at the present is doing an excellent job in just getting in SIC's faces. That splashdown, just as I said, went down by one guy sitting on a tower, and then just there's a radius, in a global radius, everybody else is in. And they just hang around and get in everybody's faces to allow the tower to be sitting there peacefully, just using dropping bubbles or whatever.
We're already down to the 3rd checkpoint. Ali pushing further. Going to defend the tower carrier, and they're approaching the final zone, but SIC is coming out. They're just making sure, they don't touch it. The Booyah Bomb, have to dodge that. Char's coming back on. Roundy getting support with the bubbles. Gotta watch out for the poison ink cloud though. And the Stingray Yeah, that's gonna do a good job of preventing them from reaching the tower. Ooh, but watch out for the splashdown. The counter splashdown doesn't hit anyone. Yeah, no, they're just trading specials at this point.
We're seeing many specials over here, but I'm not feeling the picks at the moment. We've seen Stingray, we've seen Booyah. There's bubbles out right now, but it feels like the purple side of their Ahoy, they're still on the board. They still have a great chance of taking it to KO at this moment. Because, of course, they have reached the third checkpoint, the final checkpoint of this game. So all they have to do is just keep riding the tower.
Indeed. Yeah, no, Wiggler Ahoy is just hanging on as much as possible, and SIC is just doing their hardest to push them back. It really would be a stalemate. We would be able to describe it as a stalemate, rather, if Wiggler Ahoy wasn't just so far up and just carrying the tower so far up. SIC needs to try to push them back a little bit, get their shots off, separate them a little bit, and just make sure they have the space to get on the tower.
876.
Is that going to be it? Is that going to be it?
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, nah. They just huddled around the tower. They just did a good job of dodging all those shots. They just absolutely blitzed SIC. Blitzed them, yeah.
Very strong effort coming out from Wiggler Ahoy. Absolutely very dominant plays. We see that the side of SIC, they still got their kills. They still put a decent effort in, but they're just no match for this very dominant Wiggler Ahoy team.
Yeah, can't really hold back a squad like that. If you're gonna try to keep them at bay, you might want to maybe employ a couple more weapons that have splash damage, like blasters. So if they're moving rapidly, you don't have to be as accurate. What other strategies do you think they could try to use?
If you're moving around aggressively and very very hardly trying to get into the face of your opponent, what would help in this situation?
Maybe they could try to play aggressively themselves.
You can fight fire with fire. That if you have the confidence, you have the chutzpah, you keep aggressing forward, then the enemy won't have a chance to play aggressively. They'll be dead. Hopefully.
Next up is Clam Blitz on MakoMart. This is a map mode combo that very much rewards aggressive play, because all you're doing is picking up clams, painting everywhere, stopping other teams' assaults. A lot of movement is going on, and it's also a very flat map with tight corridors, so if you know where you're going, you probably don't need too much range.
You're right. It's almost a straight line between the enemy, between the baskets of the two teams, and if you get wiped, there's a good chance that if your enemy is capable, they will mount a very aggressive push towards your side, and you will be struggling to stop it.
Indeed. So yeah, it looks like the teams are just almost ready. They're probably just trying to come up with a strategy. It's Wiggler Ahoy that's actually still readying up, so maybe they want to try something different. What else do you think they could come out with?
You never know if they're going to come out with a backline. They've gone 2 games straight with no real long-range presence, but maybe this is the time. They feel like they're going to switch it up a little bit, or just play more optimally for this map in particular.
Yeah, every map rewards its own types of play.
That looks like a very short-range composition.
Yeah.
Coming out aggro, they have Julius, they have Tri-Slosher, they have a Blaster, a Junior for armor. It's still aggressive. It almost looks like a staple of Wiggler Ahoy at this point.
So yeah, maybe they were just discussing a battle strategy. Because MakoMart is a rather interesting map. It is mostly flat, but there are a few verticality changes. And if you know how to move, you can move in all sorts of dizzying ways here. But right now we see a lot of clam hoarding on the side of SIC, so they might be able to make that first offensive push if they're able to coordinate their clams. But Wiggler Ahoy shuts that down, picks up some clams themselves. Do they have a power clam? No, but SIC does.
SIC had a very promising push. They still at it, but they've lost a significant amount of clams here. So they have to be a little bit more patient, waiting for their teammates, waiting for clams to spawn and be picked up. So.
Yeah, yeah, Star's just waiting for the right moment to plant that power clam in. Gonna slide out from the back. Ooh.
Oh, so close.
Just taken out right at the end.
Oh, come on. Look at their boys now. They're trying to play aggressively. They're pushing up on the enemy. Clouds are still going out. Everything's still in the air, but
yeah, not yet passing the clams to get a power clam yet.
They use
Char
an
looking like they want to clear the area with the Inkjet. And the armor coming out right away. Are they going to push soon? We got a power clam in play, but they're not pushing for some reason.
If he's being pushed back with the power clam. They seem to be struggling to get it to the basket. And it looks like that's a wipe from SIC.
Yeah, no team really able to find an opening. But with that wipe, that might change.
Stella's pushing forward. There's an Inkjet in play from SIC.
We've got Inkjet action. Are they gonna plant any more clams? Yeah, they're throwing a couple more clams in. Ooh, a lot more clams, and they're already down to 59.
Yeah, Starbiit, Fishy, everybody's playing together. They got to 59 points, which is very excellent against Ruler play.
Brilliant stuff. And yeah, only 20 penalty points, so yeah, if they got a power clam and a couple more clams, they can extend their lead. But Wiggler Ahoy is not going to take that lying down. They're painting a little bit more. They might be having a little bit of trouble in their engagements, though. Okay, Roundy might be trying to move forward, plant that power clam. That armor is going to give him the opportunity to do so. Perfect stuff. And now we're throwing even more clams.
59-59.
59-59. Just one more clam is needed to... Oh, we got the super jump. And another power clam. Just thrown right in there from long range. The Hail Mary, and now it is down to 36. SIC is going to need an answer for that.
There goes the basket. The basket's back up, and now SIC, they have to focus on replicating what they did towards the beginning of this match. It'll be difficult if we see that with their Ahoy already. They are both teams actually. They have clams. They're very much playing aggressively in mid. They're trying to get that one last push of the game, potentially two last pushes. There's a minute 35 left. You never know in this very fast-paced game.
Yep.
Just have
minute
to
30 seconds. As I like to say, a minute and 30 seconds is an eternity in the Splatoon world. So yeah, they've broken the barrier. There's another power clam in play, but no one on the blue team ready to scoop it up.
Very heavy. You saw that double?
No,
Is anybody there? Oh. Very
all of had something going, but they've reduced their penalty points at least, so the next time they plant a power clam, they will score.
So close. There's still a minute left.
And it looks like Wheeler Ahoy is hanging back a little bit. They can afford to play a little bit more defensively because both teams have made it difficult for each other to score, and given that they've gotten a somewhat decisive lead, they can play a little bit more defensively. But they are still trying to push a power clam, so they might be trying to add insult to injury here.
Of course, you have to. If you're in the lead, you have a respectable lead. You have maybe a little bit too much penalty for a really quick push to be able to destroy that. Perhaps you even should play somewhat carefully, not too aggressively. But of course, Wiggler Ahoy's composition is very much geared towards playing very aggressively, so it might be tough for them to have a good defense.
Of course, but yeah, SIC has gotten the lead now, just at the last moment. But Wiggler Ahoy has a power clam in play.
Power clam's in play.
And another one right at the back of the spawn. They're going to push forward. They've got the armor. Throwing bombs all over the place. Planting that power clam. Oh my goodness. They've got to scramble back. They've got to scramble back.
They still have a power clam.
Oh, but they've got a couple more clams. They can throw some more in. Ooh, 33.
33?
They need two more clams. They need two more clams. Oh, but SIC is just wiping everybody. That's it.
Oh, that's so close.
They swooped the match right from the clutches of Wiggler Ahoy at the last minute. Very well done to SIC. Very nice count as well. Wow.
69-67. Oh, you can't have much more of an exciting game than that. That was picture perfect.
Looks like they found their footing. That, or maybe they were just a little better suited to Clam Blitz. Either way, we will find out which is which as we approach map 4, which is Rainmaker on Ancho-V Games. A lot of verticality here, but also just the wide open space on the center, suited for all kinds of engagements. It's really going to come down to strategizing and figuring out how to mount the most brutal offense you can, because unlike a lot of other Rainmaker maps, there aren't too many places to just sneak around and just get the knockout without the enemy even thinking of it.
Of course, you have to take a wide path on this map to get anywhere, really, with the Rainmaker. But being accustomed to sort of very high-level pro play, one really memorable spot on this map, that it's the fan. You have to respect when people try to take the fan, and when they succeed, it's all the more satisfying to just. It's so amusing every time I think about it, and I see it happen, and it's just like, oh, why did they do that? How did it succeed? How did it work?
Yeah, because you can see them coming up from the fan from like a mile away. So when they go up into your base with that fan, that's making a statement.
They're making a statement. They're playing cocky. It's so beautiful. Here we see one player from both teams has to ready up. Here we go.
Yeah, sometimes it's not just about winning. It's about sending a message.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's see what happens this map. Let's make it rain. We're on Ancho-V Games. We at a game development studio. This is the team's chance to request any patch notes. Maybe they want to buff their weapon a little bit.
Ooh, what if?
But jokes aside, yeah, no, both teams are coming out with a lot of vigor. We see, I believe, Wiggler Ahoy popping the bubble first.
We have off the Rainmaker first. They still have a very short range focused composition. Blob, okay. Got Bob Blob, they got K-Shot, Junior, Julius. It's been pretty much a staple of their team play this whole way through. Maybe that's why they're playing so well, is that people can't really counter an extremely aggressive strategy. Perhaps
intercepting the Inkjet. Yeah. Wiggler Ahoy can just play the aggro game a little bit better. Ooh, trading with the roller. Couldn't quite dodge the roller, but pretty good aim with the dualies. Nobody's picked up the Rainmaker yet up until now. As SIC puts the first points on the board. They're going up with the fan. They got the brushes back up. Not quite able to advance. Still trying to play it safe, but take whatever points you can get. Roundy gonna try to stop this offense, but Star pushes it all the way up just to get taken down herself.
Valiant effort pushing up to 59 points from SIC, but there was just a little bit too much.
Splash
for the handle.
And now they're putting more points on the board. They might be trying to get the lead. So close. So
there it goes. There it goes. Leah bomb coming in. Are they gonna be able to move past it?
They just barely dodged the booyah bomb.
Very barely, but Starbiit was right there. They were waiting. Now they've picked up the Rainmaker. They've seen which way should I go? What are the moves we're making here?
Yeah, but I gotta say, like, with how easy it's been to sort of like intercept splashdowns at the high level of play, when you just come out with a splashdown and you get someone with it just from up front without even doing a squid jump or anything, that's also another way to make a statement. So, yeah, no, these teams have been going back and forth, but yeah, Wiggler Ahoy has made it clear that they are not going to go easy at all on SIC. And SIC have been mounting themselves and preparing for all the difficulty that comes with that intense assault.
Of course. Like, mentioning splashdown again, theoretically it's really easy to be able to intercept it. You just aim up, but it's still difficult to remember the actions when you're in the heat of the moment. Somebody's trying to kill you immediately.
We got the two-piece with the Stingray on Rainmaker? All right. Okay, SIC. I see you. I see SIC. But
Hey.
they are just coming up now. Trying to use the fan. Or maybe they're just sneaking by. They lose the Rainmaker, but you got the Ultra Stamp. Ultra Stamp shut down with the Splashdown. Very good use of specials, countering specials. SIC not quite able to take the lead, but it's clear they're putting in a lot of work. With the Inkjet.
The Jet's pushing up. Got one. Is that two? That's two. Okay, Rainmaker's pushing forward. SIC has a good chance here to take
Start coming out with a Splatling. Not quite able to make anything work, but the Rainmaker is in play. They're hanging back, trying to clear a path. Fishy trying to move forward. Ooh, sneaking by. Almost making something work.
They have a game score, 46-31 now.
Indeed they have. Now Monkey taking control of the Rainmaker. They could just play keep away. Given how close this has been, all they have to do to win is just to prevent SIC from gaining any more points. But it looks like Wiggler Ahoy, in classic Wiggler Ahoy fashion, is going to do that by pushing forward. Try to trip up SIC a little bit.
Pushing forward puts the enemy at a slightly awkward position. It takes longer to push forward. You have to eliminate the enemy from their very highly advanced positions, and it's going to be more difficult in this situation for SIC to make their final winning push.
Yeah, long as Wiggler Ahoy doesn't feed and get their team wiped, which they haven't. Anyways, Sam is going to push forward with the Rainmaker, being extra careful, trying to paint in order to get the best mobile path. But we see the missiles come out, dodging those missiles masterfully. We're on overtime. Ooh, but we see interception.
No.
It fails. It fails.
They still have the Blob Lover in play with the special up. They're going to be sitting back there waiting for this push to come forward to them. They do not want to let this pass.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to get. Oh, as I say that, no, they're moving inch by inch, but they're getting stuff thrown at them every step of the way. So they have to move really carefully, but that's going to be it. I think it was the suction bomb that did it for them.
It could have.
Ooh. But not a good effort to SIC, but ultimately it is going to be Wiggler Ahoy that just takes it, snatches it, every single synonym you can find. Wiggler Ahoy just gave them no quarter, and they're going to be moving on.
Whew. It was... Again, I reiterated this at the beginning of the match, this set. Wiggler Ahoy, winners of the CCA finals, and an absolutely dominant opponent against SIC, who they still fought. They got the one win, very close Clam Blitz victory, and I would love to see them play, keep getting better, keep playing, and keep improving at this game.
Indeed. In any case, yeah, just as round 3 is coming up, I'm going to go ahead and bow out, but thanks to CCA for having me. I've been Bash Dash, and I'm looking forward to seeing from stream just how Syllabus Week continues to unfold. There have been some great matches. There are going to be even more great matches. Just keep it tight. Catch you in the next one.
Thank you very much for joining us. Where can we find you on the internet, perhaps? Promote yourself.
I don't stream too much at the current moment, but my Twitter is bash-4. So if you want to follow me on that, I wouldn't mind.
Lovely. Thank you very much. We're going to take a short break now with another commentator and to replace Bash Dash. But stay tuned. Thank you very much for joining us. Hello, and welcome to CCA Syllabus Week 2 again. We're watching Metal Slugs, as we previously discussed. Their team hailing in from UC Santa Cruz, and we see a new team. Short name Tritons, full name. Tritons are very bad at melons, hailing in from UCSD, University of California, San Diego. What do you think of these teams?
Hello, everybody. It is I, DRF, joining now for the next couple rounds. But yeah, this is actually going to be a pretty fun matchup to watch, I think. With the Metal Slugs being composed of two different doubles. So we have a double from UC Santa Cruz and a double that usually plays a Triton, although they come from different universities. And the Triton team does know each other pretty well. Most of them coming from UCSD and a couple of friends added on as well. But both of these teams are very, very familiar with each other, just given that they all kind of hail from, the University of California system. So definitely going to be a fun one to watch as they kind of try to probably play some mind tricks with each other and try to catch the other team off guard by playing to each other's, playing to the other team's sort of weaknesses and whatnot.
Absolutely, it's really fun when teams know each other well. It's like there's a relationship. They can talk trash comfortably. They know how everybody plays. So it's just a completely different way of playing from just the average solo or the average tournament match even. And now we are going into Tower Control and Inkblot Art Academy. What do you think this match is going to contain for us?
All right, yeah. So, just a little bit of insight here, since I typically, I frequent playing with these teams as well. This is definitely R&R's. This is R&R's playground right now. So R&R right now rocking that custom blaster actually, and that's definitely gonna kind of just be the leading point here for this Triton team. All the aggression is going to, not all of it, but a lot of the aggression is going to be running through that custom blaster here. And we already see Yuko here bringing out the Inkjet really, really quickly, and not able to get any picks there, but is able to successfully get out of there, and is going to go ahead and lose this 1-1 to the Tri-Slosh.
Blaster, of course, very excellent for claiming sort of high up plat areas on this map and claiming the tower. So we're probably able to see very good plays from that. Now we see a very, very close game in the first minute here. 93 to Metal Slugs, 95 to Triton. It's not moving that much. Although Triton has now claimed the tower, they have mid. Well, they might... There you go, they're increasing their score now.
Yeah, that first minute there, both teams kind of just poking at each other, trying to, get the first little slight advantage. But now we see a successful push by Triton, although they get through that first checkpoint, and there they go, starting to finally add some more onto it. Getting a couple of picks here, but the tower is going to continue to slowly, inch by inch, make its way forward.
Triton, they are not giving this tower up. They're getting their picks, they're keeping people away from the tower to their best of their ability, and there goes checkpoint 2. They are not leaving this.
Yeah, and I mean, that's like, the score just continuing to tick down here. They're all the way down to 20 points now, although they do find, and they continue to go up, my bad. They got 3 members down, and it looks like they're going to be able to get actually a pretty clean knockout here. No! With the 1 point stop here!
Come on. No way. Yuko, can he live? Is he gonna make it through? Oh, it's so close. Oh, Yuko's down, but more people are coming back. Yuko held down the fort. 1 point remaining. That's so beautiful. Oh, is Triton gonna keep this push going? Is it possible?
I genuinely think that this push, for the most part, it's kind of over, but they definitely have already re-established their position pretty well here. They do have 2 specials at the ready. Ren's gonna be gonna go ahead and pop that Inkjet here, and the armor coming out as well. So this push definitely is not over by any means. But we're gonna have to see if Metal Slugs has anything to say about this, as they are already 2 members down. They're definitely gonna have to pull out what seems to be another miracle.
to see. Tritons they've sort of recovered. They've been allowed to come back to the tower. Oh, 2 down just right there. Rumble. They're taking the tower back. They're thinking about going back to mid, taking it to Triton, killing everybody.
Yeah, Metal Slug's definitely gonna have to start making a move forward here to re-establish their positioning in mid if they really want a chance here to get a push of their own, because right now they've been playing defense for a solid 3 minutes now. So they definitely need to start flipping this around and get an offensive push going. But the Hydra on the side of Triton already getting back onto that tower, and they're gonna go ahead and just this was just complete kind of reset by Triton, but they're ready to push once again.
Hydra, of course, a very good very good offensive weapon. It's if you let them get into position, it's very difficult to take them down. You have to spend a lot of time in the match, which is very critical in a fast-paced game, to try and like flank them, try and get really close to them. It's going to take a good effort to dislodge this Hydra.
Oh yeah, and the Hydra establishing pretty good position on this left block here, which is gonna make it really easy for their teammates to just come in really quickly, establish some positioning in mid, and start pushing forward. And Inkblot, I really feel like it's definitely a map that's super hard to, you know, get out of your spawn once you're already pushed in. And this has definitely been the story so far through 4.5 minutes of this game 1 here. So with 20 seconds left though, Metal Slugs definitely need a miracle, as it looks like Triton's gonna get really close to a knockout again.
Really close. I think that's it.
Oh, did he squeeze it out?
Did they squeeze it out? Come on.
Yeah, that was a knockout. So definitely, yeah, they benefited from that tower momentum there.
Indeed. Blue team and Triton, very good to kill counts. They absolutely had the kill advantage in that game, and that allowed them to get this objective pick very easily.
Oh yes, definitely. But yeah, like I was saying, Inkblot's just a really hard map that once you're pushed in, it's just so difficult to get out of your own spawn. It's just there's not a lot of movement, you know. When you're backed up, you're playing on the back foot very defensively, and it's kind of just becomes a mess from there. So definitely Triton did an excellent job of keeping the pressure on, because that was definitely the key to their victory here.
I agree. Next map here, Clam Blitz, Musselforge Fitness. We've seen Musselforge before. It contained... What could it was one team was playing very short range. Every team had backlines. They were playing sort of regular Splatoon comp. Short range team came out on front. They had great special usage. They had great coordination. I wonder if it could play differently this time. It's a different mode in Clam Blitz, so what's your take?
Yeah. So what was the was that shorter range comp? Was that Metal Slugs, or was that the other team? Which composition was Metal Slugs? Do you remember?
I believe, looking back to round 1, I believe Unlimited Arthritis were the team playing a shorter range comp. Okay. I may be wrong.
Gotcha. Yeah. So definitely, I think what we're going to be expecting here, QB is going to be going with the Splatling with bubbles. Yeah, definitely going to be playing Splatling with some bubbles here, because that's going to be absolute key to coordinating some pushes here. So I still think that Triton's probably going to have the upper hand here, given that this is a team that's more familiar with themselves, given how team-oriented Clam Blitz actually is. And an interesting double blob comp coming out here, actually. Yeah, this one's going to shake out to be pretty interesting.
Very certainly intriguing. The amount of bubbles coming out on this map, it might allow Metal Slugs to take a very strong advantage over here. But that might be shaken as Triton has claimed the midpoint. They're gonna be starting to collect up clams and hopefully make some strong pushes here.
Yeah, and we already see Pixie here picking up the power clam very early on, and also building up those Tenta missiles. So Triton gonna go ahead and have pretty solid control of this Clam economy early on. And they're gonna go, and it looks like with 2 members down, they're gonna go for this right flank here. We're going up to the basket. Pixie barely gets the Clam in, actually. And with 3 members down on the side of the Metal Slugs, I'm surprised that Triton is not, dumping more Clams into this basket.
Yeah, it looks like they only got 1 power clam in. There seems to be a good opportunity for more clams to come in, but with bubbles and everything, it looks like Triton has slightly missed the mark on this push.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that one. They could have definitely been more well coordinated. I think they just kind of wanted to get an early push going, and saw the opportunity getting a few picks there, but weren't able to capitalize it. And we're going to see the Blah Ball go down, and we have 2 members down on the side of Metal Slugs once again. Make that 3. R&R here going to be doing an excellent job of getting a lot of these picks, and is establishing some great positioning over by the basket now.
I hope Triton will be able to make this into an excellent push. They have 18 clams. Rumble, look at this guy. He's pushing forward, but Triton is they're still ready to defend this push. Fizzy Wits, they will claim the basket the second time. Let's see. Oh, no, it's still 1 power clam again. Mini Splatling is the only one alive here.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate there, but I mean, if they could just keep getting these little bits of chip damage onto the score here, that's still a way to win this, especially if they can play a very, very excellent defensive game.
Sometimes your opponent is just not able to put any clams in, and then you can make small pushes and you can assert victory pretty easily then. But against a very highly coordinated, high-level team, it'll be much more difficult. What I believe happened in this push by Triton is that they got very much taken off guard by the flank coming in by the CDS of Metal Slugs. They weren't coordinated. They were split up between defending and offending, and it just fell apart for them.
Yeah. So I think realistically they should just be glad that they did get a push at all. And Fizzywitz here, rocking out Explosher, gonna be able to get 2 people down, but now Fizzywitz holding the power clam is the only member alive on the side of Triton. So definitely going to have to hold back here and establish a little bit of defensive positioning in order to prevent some sort of Metal Slugs push.
Metal Slugs now very much taking mid, getting some picks, as we can see. Bloblobber's putting in some great work. They're pushing towards that little right side flank. 2 Bloblobbers, of course. Let's see. They have 17 clams up. They might be able to make a good push here. They could make a big comeback. Oh, is that free down? That hurt. Down. Rumble is not going to be able to put that power climb anyway. And that push is over. I'm very, 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 very unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely. Rumble doing the right thing here, backing up, trying to preserve that power clam, because this is a relatively low-scoring game as we are approaching 4 minutes into this match, and only 2 power clams have been scored and nothing else beyond that. So realistically, just a single power clam for Metal Slugs right now. It's super important that they hold on to this, because this could actually give them a game-winning push at this point.
Yes, anything can go in this final minute of the game. Fast-paced Splatoon, we have the potential to see anything happen here. Triton could potentially pull off another push, get some really great picks. For Metal Slugs, they could pull it back. They're pushing right now, especially with bubbles. They're getting pushed a little bit, but nothing is off the table.
Absolutely, and both teams kind of brought out their special a little bit early here, kind of just, I guess, trading specials for specials. So neither team is going to have a special heading into these last 30 seconds here. And this is going to be absolutely game-defining right here, as both teams are trying to start developing a push here, and with
Bubbles,
power
clam? Oh, they're getting even more. Is that Yuko? Oh, that's beautiful. Just a little bit more to send a message. We're going to take this game. You can't do anything anymore. It's overtime now. There you go. Game's over.
Excellent, excellent job by the Metal Slugs to bring this one back and secure victory in game number 2 here.
It might have taken them a while, but they asserted victory, and that's what counts in the end. 1-1.
Yeah. I definitely think this one was a bit defined by sort of the sloppy pushes that came from the side of Triton. Triton definitely had 2 great opportunities to just demolish the scoreboard. But they kind of just flopped on both of them, only getting in a single power claim each time. And much credit to the Metal Slugs here for putting on an excellent defensive effort and just throwing them off their game.
I absolutely agree. Triton was they made weak pushes and they were punished for it. That's what happened here.
Right, but with game number 3 now, we're heading over to Rainmaker on Starfish Mainstage. So what is this map mode going to be about?
Rainmaker, of course, very fast mode. Teams are going to be able to, and on Starfish, people are going to be able to push back into mid very quickly. It's a fast mode on a fast map. Yeah. There's, of course, for the Rainmaker, there's many routes that the Rainmaker can take. They can go up to the little snipe area. They can push behind the snipe area into the enemy's pit, and there's plenty of routes for both the Rainmaker and the enemy team to take to offend the enemy team very, very heavily.
Well said. Yeah, both teams actually taking their sweet time here, kind of. I guess rediscussing their comps, as both teams have now, really got a sense of what losing to the other team feels like. So definitely need to kind of reestablish exactly what the game plan is, because with Rainmaker Starfish, like you said, it's super fast paced, and just getting getting even 2 members down can result in a very, very, very strong push.
Here we go. They took it until the last second. It's 1-1. Anything could happen. You have to be prepared for almost anything here as we go into this game 3. Rainmaker Starfish Mainstage.
All right, the double blob. They're gonna stick with it actually. So not a whole lot of changes from the side of the Metal Slugs as they actually just bring out a Tri-Slosher in exchange for that CDS they had earlier. And on the side of Train, we're gonna see the Hydra actually coming out instead of the Explosher. That's probably the most notable change here. But yeah, this is definitely a couple of very interesting comps here, actually.
Absolutely. By the looks of it, Metal Slugs has claimed the first top with those double blob blobbers, those heavy spotling. It's probably going to be nearly impossible to counter that in terms of just getting the first pop, but we'll have to see what the rest of the map will look like.
And 3 down already on the side of the Metal Slugs. This is going to be an absolutely huge opportunity for Triton now, as they're going to be able to definitely move this Rainmaker all the way into the court of the Metal Slugs. But Metal Slugs actually really quick here to establish some defensive positioning and are able to slow down the Rainmaker, only allowing them to move up to about 55 before, having to reevaluate the entire situation.
Absolutely. There you go. Metal Slugs has, I believe, lost to Rainmaker. And 52 points remaining. That's not an incredible heavy push that you cannot recover from. In these 3 minutes and 40 seconds that are remaining in this game, anything could potentially happen. Any sort of pushes on the table at the moment. So it's exciting to see what will happen in this game.
Yeah, and it looks like the Metal Slugs are going to go ahead and let this Rainmaker reset. They managed to defend it successfully, and now they're going to have to start moving up and establishing some central positioning once again. Rumble here going to go ahead and just kind of hang back for now, although as a Tri-Slosher, that's not exactly where you want to be. You definitely want to start moving up a little bit more, but with a couple of flanks happening actually, as we speak, Rumble's going to go ahead and kind of back off a little bit and assist with that.
And maybe the Tri-Slosher is still a little bit used to playing less aggressive, maybe more support-oriented. They played CDS earlier, they could have played something else when they were in previous rounds or just warming up, so it's with Tri-Slosher, it's crucial that you play aggressively, but we'll have to see what comes to this.
Yeah, and 2 members down once again on the side of the Metal Slugs, and here is that critical push. They're going to get it all the way to the pedestal, but get shut down with 9 points remaining, thanks to QB on the heavy splat lane here. It looks like the Metal Slugs are going to be able to grab this and try to go for a reset. And there you have it.
That was a pick. They're still sort of waiting here. Nobody's been wiped quite yet. It's going to it's going to be difficult for Metal Slugs to recover from this now. As this big no, Pixie's still there. They're waiting for enemies to come out. The blog pick. Rainmaker's just waiting in the middle with Triton in control of the area. Is that going to be another pick? No. Backing off.
Definitely thought that was going to be another pick there. So Pixie here going to go ahead and pop those missiles to apply some more pressure and manages to get Goby dropping off of that snipe there. And 2 members down again, make that 3 on the side of the Metal Slugs, and here comes another Triton push.
Here's the next opportunity for Triton to get this KO. Are they going to get any closer? They're edging in very quickly. Oh, but they've lost it. Metal Slugs has been wiped. So, is it still in Triton's cards to get the KO?
But my question is, why is it taking them so long to grab the Rainmaker? They finally do, but they get shut down again!
Oh, they waited.
They got greedy.
It could have cost them the KO there. But now there's a minute left. Metal Slugs, this is basically their last opportunity to make their big push back. Try and get this KO. And hopefully take the game back.
Yeah, but with 45 seconds to go, Metal Slugs once again 2 down, which definitely has kind of been the story of this game so far, as Metal Slugs is just continually facing 2 down situations and just has to, really quickly regather themselves in order to get a defensive effort going, which they have managed to successfully do for the most part. But they have yet to get an offensive push of their own, and with 30 seconds remaining, they have to get one going if they want a chance to secure game number 3.
They're so close. There we go. They picked up the Rainmaker. They're moving forward, but maybe a tinge too aggressive right there. It gets taken down almost immediately in the midfield. Now with 5 seconds remaining, it looks unlikely that Melons will be able to take this down.
But they do manage to actually grab the Rainmaker, so they're going to get one shot at this, although it definitely is looking like very slim chances. Yuko doing an excellent job of just dancing around mid here, just trying to avoid any little bit of this purple ink. And Yuko going to finally get a push here. They actually have a decent chance, unless Yuko gets shut down by a missile, but no, manages to dance around those as well. But there it goes, R&R with the blaster, comes from above Yuko to shut down this push and secure game number 3 for Triton.
Triton they had the advantage, just like game 1 in tower control. They had held the advantage for too long, and then it was almost impossible for Metal Slugs to take this game back. They had to push in overtime, and at that point, there's nearly no chance for that to happen.
Yep, very well said there. Yeah, and I mean I think that basically sums up that entire game right there. But with that said, we're going to be heading off into game number 4, which is going to be Splat Zones on Humpback Pump Track. So what do you make of this map mode?
Humpback Pump Track, very vertical. The Splat Zone, it rests on top of this little hump, and very popular strategies may include just using Booyah Bomb very effectively. If you combo 2 Booyah Bombs, it's potentially even nearly impossible to not lose the zone. And of course there's plenty more for that. There's verticality for people like sloshers to play around with, and we can expect many strategies here.
Oh yeah, definitely. So like I said, I definitely think we are going to expect a Booyah Bomb from each team here. Now, whether it's going to be 1 or 2, it's yet to be seen. It kind of comes down to how confident the teams are in, being able to hold the zone and be able to, if they're on the back foot, be able to come back and establish a better position and try to flip that zone. If they think that they can do that on just, raw skill and raw, or just being able to land some shots and take down some members of the other team, they're really only going to need that one Booyah Bomb. But if they definitely want to, be a little bit more reliant on those Booyah Bombs, that's totally okay as well, and bring in a second Booyah Bomb.
Every team eventually has to pick What did they want to do? I believe that looks like 2 Booyah Bombs coming out from the blue turquoise team in the form of a remix and Cape Pro. Looks like orange team they have picked 1 single Booyah Bomb. They're more confident and they're aggressive, just a raw Splat Zone gaming claiming power.
Yep, absolutely. And we already see a couple of trades here in terms of controlling the zone out of the gate as the Metal Slugs are trying to regain control here and manage to successfully do that with the Booyah Bomb. But they are 3 down, and Triton is going to get an easy opportunity to flip this back and start working on that penalty that they just acquired.
In these first 45 seconds, the zone it's going back and forth. Both teams have gained penalties at this point. We're seeing 2 Booyahs right now. Metal Slugs. There he goes. The zone's back in the hands of Metal Slugs. Are they going to lose it again? It might have.
No, it didn't. Metal Slug managed to hold on to that one there. Despite the Booyah Bomb from Pixie as well, because luckily Metal Slugs managed to get 3 members down on the side of Triton. So an excellent job by Metal Slug so far to continue to hold his zone. And Pixie going to be bringing out yet another Booyah Bomb very quick here, and also manages to flip the zone while we're at it. And the zone gets flipped back by a Booyah Bomb on the side of Metal Slugs now.
Just back and forth. This map, potentially, you have to play more around the zone than other maps. There's less of an opportunity to push forward. There's high walls, high vertical areas that it's very difficult to push into for anything more than potentially 2 people. So you have to be prepared to play around your zone. Be prepared for pushes in that area.
And as you say that, yet another Booyah Bomb coming out, but this one's not going to be enough to claim the zone. Although, there we go, with a little bit of follow-up from Fizzywits here, Triton is able to actually reclaim that zone and get 2 members down on the side of the Metal Slugs. Metal Slugs are going to go ahead and pop another Booyah Bomb here, but not enough to flip the zone. Definitely could have used that second Booyah Bomb there with 2 members down on their side. And Triton is now out of the penalty. The clock is going to be ticking down now. And a couple more picks from Triton on getting 2 members down on the side of Metal Slugs. They're going to be able to regain the lead here as Arnor is going to start pushing up into the spawn of Metal Slugs.
Again, Arnar with the blaster here. If you can't climb up to their little advantage spawn zone of the enemy team, you just use your blaster and you get those splash damage kills and play aggressively against the enemy that way. Triton is now 25 points remaining, very close to taking the victory, perhaps with the CM to the tail end.
Possibly, but Metal Slug's not giving up just yet and managed to get 3 members down on the side of Triton. QB popping that Booyah Bomb a little bit early here and having to kind of just chuck it into the enemy team spawn here. So that's not going to be a super effective use there, but they do manage to establish a pretty good positioning now over the zone and are able to work their way out of the penalty. The clock is going to start ticking now in the favor of Metal Slug, but with 2 members down, it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to hold this zone for much longer, as R&R with the Inkjet going to be applying a lot of pressure, forcing QB to back up.
Slugs right now gaining a couple points, but Triton coming back with considerable force and not letting the Metal Slugs take any more time than they have than possible, really.
The trading of the zones continues. Both teams have pretty hefty penalties right now. As we see Crit here go ahead and get a pick with that Tri-Slosher. And Triton regains control of the zone and are going to start working their way out of that 51-point penalty.
This is a signature pump track match. It goes back and forth. Players can get back quickly. It's a lot of aggression pointed straight at the Splat Zone. Where else can you go really other than the objective, and it keeps flipping.
Critton's gonna go ahead and get outranged here, trying to apply some pressure onto that sort of left snipe there. But yeah, I mean, with the Tri-Slosh, you definitely have to be really careful. This is a very Tri-Slosher friendly map. But you definitely need to know your range, as the Metal Slug managed to actually successfully flip the zone. This is going to give them their one last opportunity to hold on to the zone and try to regain the lead. It's a 2v2 now, but with 3 members down the side of the Metal Slugs, Triton is going to be able to very handedly reclaim the zone, claim game number 4 and the set.
The Metal Slugs, they had a slight opportunity to push into overtime, but at that point, they were tired out. They were pushed back hard, and Triton, they were just able to quickly. They used booyah bombs. They used their raw turf power, and they were able to take the zone back.
Yes, but what an amazing set that was. Metal Slugs definitely kind of came in as a little bit of an underdog into this match, in my opinion, but they did a very good job of holding their own against Triton. And unfortunately for them, they're now going to be moving down into 1 and 2. Triton is now 2 and 1 in this Swiss stage. So that's going to do it for us here at round 3, and I believe that's going to do it for Inkfair as well for commentary. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any other parting words? Anything you want to plug?
For plugging, I act as Inkfair everywhere on social media. If you don't know how to spell it, if you know the word seafarer, you take ink, you put it there. That's how it works. People apparently didn't know that.
Awesome. Cool. But thank you so much, Inkfair, for joining us here for the first few rounds of CCA. And I think with that said, we're going to be heading off into a very short break as we establish round 4, and I will be joined by Mizuno coming up. Stay tuned.
Just so Inky doesn't get a gun to his head, play in low ink next month. Alright, going to a break. Bye.
Hello everybody and welcome back to round 4 of Swiss here at CCA Syllabus Week 2. And now we are back, and joining me is Magic 8 Ball. Yeah, so this is going to be Fly By Night versus Unlimited Arthritis Online. I know that the screen currently says Triton right now, but it is Unlimited Arthritis Online. And we did see Unlimited Arthritis play in round 1, and I believe they pull out the 3-0 victory against the Metal Slugs. Yes, that is right. So Unlimited Arthritis, at least what we saw early on was that they were playing a very, very short-ranged yet very aggressive comp. So definitely we have that to look forward to. And Fly By Night is actually a pretty new team from the University of Texas at Austin. Absolutely. So, I mean, it's always awesome to see kind of, new collegiate teams kind of come out. And this is no exception here. The University of Texas Austin actually does have a second team out here today in the form of Daybreak. Unfortunately, we haven't had an opportunity to see Daybreak yet today. So if they do make a top cut, we will hopefully get a chance to see them there. But now with two whole teams coming out of the side of Austin, this is actually something really cool to see unfold, as both teams now get into this Sturgeon Shipyard Clam Blitz match. Well, first thing you need to do is not get wiped like they did just now. but honestly though, that was a good job getting up to the basket. But unfortunately, the hammer there was all alone, and there just didn't seem to be a really strong follow-up there. And that's going to be the key thing here, and that's exactly what Unlimited Arthritis is doing now, is that they managed to get the Clam in, and they had a really good follow-up here. The Inkjet doing an excellent job continuing to apply pressure, as we see Squiddy here come in with the extra power Clam. And now the push is all the way down to 24 points remaining and still counting, as Fly-By-Night has been completely wiped. Yeah, nice. And I mean, and like you said, it was some really good special coordination there. I just wish that Cake would have been able to get in there a little bit sooner with those bubbles. And Cake did actually have a couple of clams there, but was kind of electing to, stay alive rather than trying to throw some clams in, as they were the only one left. But with less than a minute left to go, Fly-By-Night is definitely going to need a lot of control of this clam economy now, and needs to start building up these specials to get one more solid push going, because I think that's all the time, that's all this leftover time is going to afford them. It really does. And Fly by Night now at about 16 clams, but no! The power clam gets shut down. And it looks like the Octobus here, Galaxy, going to be able to pick up that power clam and get shut down themselves. And with that, I don't think anyone from Fly by Night is still around to recover that power clam. And game 1 is going to head over to Unlimited Arthritis. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for a new team, you know, it's always really difficult to kind of, you know, get your footing in some of these tournaments and whatnot, because you're going up against a lot of these teams that have, you know, hundreds, maybe thousands of hours together. Although definitely with CCA, we do see a number of pickups actually. But for just a completely fresh team, it's definitely really, really difficult. And Fly by Night is gonna be a team to watch for in possible, like just in this set first of all, and possibly in future CCA tournaments. Right. Here we go. Game number 2, round 4 Swiss. Fly by Night, Unlimited Arthritis. Let's get to it. That Octobrush coming out once again on the side of Fly by Night. And like we said, that's going to be an absolutely crucial piece here for Fly by Night. And right out of the gate here, it looks like Unlimited Arthritis able to get the pop and is establishing pretty strong central positioning here. And as we see a couple of trades already happening, Squiddy and Amber are going to start making this push from the far left, and no one is there to meet them quite yet, even though they're 2 down. And there we go, the push finally gets shut down, but not before, you know, a massive push. They're getting all the way down to 29 points remaining, and this is going to be it for Unlimited Arthritis, but with just, in the first 30 seconds, that was a huge, huge push. Yes, excellent job by Cake to shut down that push there. And it seems like Fly by Night is gonna finally get, you know, just a tad bit of breathing room here, as Unlimited Arthritis seems to be backing off a little bit. Just enough for this Rainmaker to reset. There it is now. And this is now going to be Fly by Night's crucial opportunity to try to reestablish their positioning here to, you know, start playing a little bit more aggressively. But as we say that, Squiddy's going to go ahead and get behind their lines and shut down 3 members of Fly by Night. Wow. Excellent job to Unlimited Arthritis there. You know, just when it's kind of seemed like that Fly-By-Night was getting their footing in this game a little bit, Unlimited Arthritis said, no, it is our game. We are not done yet. And managed to just, deliver a very, very decisive knockout there. Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that, and it's just kind of getting familiar with what your team composition is all about. Who needs to start making pushes forward? How do you determine when somebody needs to flank? Getting together on those defensive efforts. You can't start staggering. You really need to just pause for a moment, even if it means losing the lead or letting your team gain a couple more points. It's better to do that than to just essentially prolong your inevitable knockout. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely an excellent first push here as they manage to get quite a few picks, but Unlimited Arthritis does have 3 specials ready, and they're popping all of them at the same time to give themselves the zone back here and establishing 24-point penalty on the side of Fly-By-Night. And with 1 member down, 2 members down, 3 on the side of Fly-By-Night, Unlimited Arthritis is now in the driver's seat and is ready to retake the lead and make a very, very strong push of their own. Yeah, absolutely. And we see the Booyah Bomb now coming out here from Cake. And it's a 3v3 situation now. So Cake's Booyah Bomb is not going to be able to do a whole lot there. Because, I mean, realistically, the Booyah Bomb, it can help with painting the zone, but it really shouldn't be utilized for that. It's more of like, just kind of a zoning tool. I mean, that's something that you just need to kind of, learn and adapt to a little bit, even though it's so tempting. Because if you don't have that follow-up paint, it's not going to be able to cap the zone and you kind of just end up wasting it. But Fly-By-Night does manage to recover from that and does cap the zone. The Tri-Slosh is going to be taking out Grass here, and Squiddy is not done yet. Takes out the Octobrush as well, and is going to be the one to cap the zone here for Unlimited Arthritis. Yeah, most definitely here, and With that, I think Unlimited Arthritis here are going to be able to get out of the penalty and get at least super close to a knockout, if not be able to secure a knockout here. Cake bringing up the Booyah Bomb once again, going to be throwing it right into that zone to try to stop this. Definitely a bit of a desperation Booyah Bomb there, but also getting flanked here. This is not looking good for Fly By Night as Unlimited Arthritis. The clock ticks down, and it is a knockout for Unlimited Arthritis as they secure Game 3 and a set against Fly By Night. Oh yeah, I 100% agree with that. It was an absolute pleasure to, see this new team in Fly By Night come out and, give it the good old college try, as the saying goes. And honestly, nothing to be upset about or anything like that. They delivered a really solid effort there and managed to take a pretty solid team like Unlimited Arthritis pretty much through most of the timer. I mean, barring that Rainmaker match, they managed to pretty much run out the timer or almost run out the game clock in 1 and 3. Oh yeah. That's gonna be exciting.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the CCA Syllabus Week, second semester, if you will. This is the top cut bracket. This is the top 4 teams that placed in the 9-team Swiss stage. And here for you, we have 2 teams that we are excited to see duke it out in the first seed in Swiss versus the 4th seed in Swiss. Consisting of Vanessa, Nolan, Kim, and Kat. A very strong team that has been popping off in all of our tournaments. And then on the other side of the bracket, we see SIC, consisting of Stella, Starbiit, Sam, and Fishy, who have been unwavering supporters of the CCA tournaments. DRF, what can you tell us about these teams that we don't already know?
Well, with we probably recognize them a little bit more as K University. I guess they're going to be changing up the name here a little bit.
Splatoon pickups.
Yeah, you know, that's how it goes. So definitely going to, this is definitely going to be a really fun matchup to watch. Coming in with a 4-0 record from the Swiss stage here. SIC rocking a 3-1 record, only dropping their set to Wiggler Ahoy, who actually beat in round 4 as well. So definitely kind of going into this, I think the favor is going to be in favor, the set is going to be in favor of
Oh, for sure. I expect them to pop off and do well, but you never know. Splatoon is a game of many questions and not a lot of answers.
That's an excellent way to put that. So starting out here, we are going to be seeing some Rainmaker on Humpback Pump Track. So what is going to be the key to this game here, Matthew?
The key to this game is because to get around that doorway, using something like the dynamo, block so many shots pushing the wall to clear out that area, and then using specials to basically take the path is going to be the most important part. Because even if you get 3 picks like this, you're not in a good position to push because you have so much ground to cover, because you have so many obstacles to overcome that you need those specials. You need, because the spawn is so close to that pedestal, you need to battle specials and specials. You need to battle hits. As I believe that's Kat did a great job of running that Rainmaker and going down all the way to 30 points. And it's a perfect example of how using those specials.
Oh, and Sam trying to, stay a little bit sneaky there, right around that middle hump there, but gets taken out. Kim is an absolutely just lethal sniper, as we've seen in previous CCA tournaments. So Kim here going to just continue to play relatively aggressive, actually, pushing pretty far up and getting a couple of free picks here. Working on that dynamo now, manages to actually take them out, but and this push is gonna bring it all the way back to where they just left off at 30 points remaining. And are they gonna go for more? It doesn't seem like they're in the best position to do so, but Kim has something to say about it, manages to, kind of play a little bit of distraction here. And the Rainmaker gets taken out right at the pedestal with 5 points remaining, and that's gonna do it for this push.
That was a fantastic push. Kim being incredibly oppressive in the enemy platform area and just waiting for the team to come back, waiting for opportunities just like that. Slamming down that dynamo. Beautiful way to stop the Rainmaker. That's exactly what I want to see from this of the 3 times team.
Yep, and SIC here, it does manage to actually get a sort of a push of their own, which is actually a really good start here. It is going to be an absolutely, huge mountain to climb here. And on top of that, 3 members also going down on the side of SIC. It is not going to be easy by any stretch for them, as we already see getting a couple of more picks and ready to just, put that Rainmaker on the pedestal. They're going to give it a shot here.
Oh, that's the wipe. That's probably going to do it. Unless this Dynamo has anything to say about it. Gets taken out. Yep, there's the dunk. Slam, jam, time, and that is taking the first game in this set.
Excellent effort though from SIC. They at least managed to establish themselves enough to get one push in, and you know, had a couple of shots there to just get a clean knockout, and SIC did exactly what they needed to do in order to, you know, prevent that for the time being. But they weren't ever able to, you know, get the picks that they needed to really get deep into the other team's base.
Exactly. And I'd expect nothing less from They moved as a unit, and because of that, you're gonna see on modes like Rainmaker and like Clam Blitz that there's almost no way to stop them. You know, like when they moved so closely as a unit, and I picked the wrong map. Oh yes, I did.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I did. All right. We're going to take a pause very quickly.
All right, let's go ahead.
Hello! Apologies for that brief intermission while we got the game back up and running. We're back for Game 2 of the semi-finals of the CCA Syllabus Week second semester. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, so, you know, a little bit of a hiccup there, but we've got it all sorted out now. So, we're going to be heading into Game 2, which is Clam Blitz on Skipper Pavilion. So, I actually kind of like this map mode combo here, although I know it's not exactly the most popular.
No, I don't like it. I don't know why I put it on the map list. I figured, you know, this is a good place to put that in. But it's like, it's just so tough to break through, especially with that upper area, with that cushion in the way. You know, it really creates a hard it really creates an interesting dynamic when you're fighting up there. You know, like backlines actually have a decent like way to get around. You know, fall off is really powerful there, and because of that, like that cover doesn't provide much support for frontliners, but it provides a very useful barrier for like quick pushes and mid-range style weapons from doing well there. And so because of that, I think that top area is going to be really key for backliners to take a hold of. You know, especially Kim's going to be a super impressive sniper up there, and I would be surprised to see any pushes get through.
Well said. So, well, I guess there's one way to find out. So let's go ahead and jump right into this game here. Clam Blitz on Skipper Pavilion.
Oh, we're taking a trip. Oh,
I know, I was gonna... oh no!
Taking a ride.
An extended loading screen. Of course, like, I'm trying to lead us into this match here. Oh man, we're going for a real trip.
The loop?
Oh no.
Got him,
Nintendo?
GG's?
Nintendo?
Yeah,
Oh.
Stella called it too.
Wait,
Stella,
3v3?
turn off the stream. It's 3v3!
It's fine. It's fine, everybody. Now the question is, who is gonna be getting the knockout here? There we go. Starbiit tossing the clams. All right.
Oh my god.
You know, there's only two words that can be said here. Thanks, Nintendo.
Thanks, Nintendo.
Maybe one day we can have a game that, you know, doesn't do this.
If anybody at home is watching our stream, please turn it off. Just
There we go.
just stop. Just put it away.
This is some quality content. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, 3v3 tournaments are all the rage. Great.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I mean, there's Dual Link, which is 2v2. So now we just need someone to come up with Try Ink.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my god, the colors are gonna change again too. Dang. Come on.
Alright, cool. So now we just need to wait for one more person to jump back in. I believe it is a player on the side of SIC. Who's missing? Is it
it's
Stella? Alright.
The teams in the Battlefight chat are praising each other for good teamwork.
Yes. And I mean, that's really all you gotta do in that situation. And I mean, they're not even into comps with each other. They just kind of, you know, I don't know, just in-game movement, coordinate, you know, other team, the team that's gonna, you know, take the loss, grabs clams and just continues to chuck them. So the other team can get the knockout, so. They managed to get us through that pretty quickly. So thank you to both teams. For the excellent coordination, as we hopefully now head into game number 2 for the third time. SIC versus Clam Blitz on Skipper Pavilion.
Please just load in. Please just load in. Please. Please. Okay. Okay. Everything is okay. Game 2 for semifinals for CCA fans. We do see dynamos again on both sides. We see the bamboo coming on the side of Tritons, which is a pick that I really like to see. I think bamboo is one of the most impressive in the game. And we see the double T-Tech on the side of SIC. I mean, I guess comfort works, and if they get 2 picks like that, then yeah, go for it. Let's see if they can't convert these 2 picks into a pick. Starbiit getting unfortunately taken out by a flat bomb. Jump comes in, they got the armor, they got the Inkjet on the side of SIC. They're able to get some picks, but are they going to be able to follow the plan? It's looking like it's not going to go through. Stella's being taken out. And that push is ending at 80.
Yeah, I mean, it was, although it was just a single clam, it was a pretty solid, you know, out of the gate push here with in under 30 seconds really. And it kind of, you know, establishes a little bit more aggression from the side of SIC here, which is exactly what they need to do, or exactly what they needed to do heading into this. But Nolan's gonna go ahead and land a power clam for here, and a second power clam is on the way, but can they get it up there in time? No, the shutdown, and that's gonna be the end of that push for with a single power clam.
Yeah, it seemed like they had exactly everything they needed to. Like they walked in the power clam for free, but SIC just said, all right, I'm gonna swat the bug, bothering us, make sure it stops, and handle it with ease. It doesn't seem like they're handling this too much ease or taken down. That's gonna be a lot of clams for They already have 2 specials as well that armor coming out. I didn't even realize they could do a double armor composition. And they have more clams up already. SIC is just not getting anything in terms of their base pack. They're not getting anything in terms of ease of clams, and yeah. That game is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be taking game 2 pretty handedly here. And that's gonna go ahead and bring us to game number 3. Yeah, I mean, look, was just all over SIC in this game.
It was.
Just looking at those KAs there.
That was. I believe that there's a chance that they can do well. I believe.
I mean, we're heading over to tower control on Ancho-V Games next. So definitely a much, you know, slower paced map mode here. It's so definitely SIC is going to have at least a little bit of time to, you know, recollect themselves in the face of adversity from
So, especially with how these players are playing in terms of, like, the aggression. Like, I expect tower control to be a little bit more forgiving for SIC and in what they're trying to accomplish. So, you know, even if they do get taken down, it'll take a while for the tower to push up to them to break through the checkpoints. And hopefully it'll give them time to get their footing on the ground. And because of how the tower moves, because they need to have people on the tower at all times as they're pushing, won't be able to just go up into their base. And so I think because of that, I think they'll be able to get their specials, push out like they need to, and just get their feet back on the ground until they can make that explosive play that they're looking for.
Yeah, very, very well put there. So,
what are you expecting to see composition-wise?
The only thing that I am ever certain about in a lobby like this is Vanessa and the Dynamo.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Vanessa is just she's one of the best Dynamo players out there, and she's just one of my absolute favorite players to watch. I've had the privilege of getting to, you know, kind of watch Vanessa's gameplay a lot for the past couple years, and just the amount of which she's improved is just mind-blowing. And it's just always so exciting to watch her play Dynamo when, you know, it's a very unconventional weapon, and a lot of people kind of, you know, can hate on it sometimes, but like, it doesn't matter. Vanessa is like is an absolute machine with that Dynamo.
It's very reminiscent of the Dynamo weapon. You know, like, it's just, in the right hand, that weapon is an absolute monster. But it doesn't fall in the right hands very often. Like, you really only pick the support and that's what it really works for your player. So, top of that, just blow people up like you're doing right now as Cat is all the way in the enemy base with Vanessa at her side, and Kim is alone in this tower. So remember what I said about them not going into the enemy base
Yes, I do.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing just that, but Star managed to get critical kill here, and they do get 2 members down on the side of and it seems like they're gonna be kind of very casual to get back to the tower, because I mean this is just a lot of team trust here. They know that those 2 players that were left over can get a lot of crucial picks, and they can just kind of, you know, take their time, paint on the way back to the tower, no need to jump in, and they're still going to be able to continue this push. Slow and steady is going to win this race right now for
Exactly. They need to not drop and go down like that. There's only 15 remaining on this timer, and they need to find somewhere. Star's doing what they can to get the cat off the tower, gets them off, but unable to find the Stingray, and that's 3 games. I mean, yeah. Star.
He said there, yeah. It was a very, very just strong, decisive victory there from Kim didn't even get any KA. All the work coming from mostly Nolan with that 11 KA there. And I mean, we saw a glimpse of that right at the end where Nolan just, no matter what direction anybody from SIC was coming from, Nolan manages to just 180, flip himself around, and take out the people on SIC trying to collapse in on him.
Exactly. Yeah. Very well put.
So, that is going to be Um's 3-0 victory there. They're going to go ahead and hang out in the lobby here, hopefully. Please don't leave us. Thank you.
Yeah, I told them to.
And we're going to go ahead and take a look to see what our other finalist team is. And it looks like it's going to be Wiggler Ahoy, who won 3-0 against Gelatinous Inc. So, the saga continues.
The saga continues.
Is this round 4 now? No, it's round 3. I forget. They played each other so many times at this point. I think I want to say this is round 3 between and Wiggler Ahoy.
No, I feel like it's 4. I feel like this is the 4th time they've met up in these finals.
4th time in the finals?
I'm almost
Maybe.
positive.
I mean, dude, definitely if anyone in chat is able if anyone in chat wants to look that up,
Please be our guest.
please be our guest. Yeah, because I mean, regardless, it's 3 or 4, which is absolutely impressive given that this is our 5th tournament.
Right.
So I don't think that there has been a tournament in which a Vanessa-led team has not been in the finals. Because I'm pretty sure in our very first tournament, Rush Weekend back in August, Vanessa was also in the finals.
I don't think it was for that one, because that was the one. Who was? Because it was that UK team with Geo Square.
Yeah, the UK pickup.
Terra, but I forget who was on the other side. Also, Star, thank you for the raid. You all did so well, and I really appreciate you guys. And I hope that you had fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Star has been an absolute huge supporter of us. So thank you so much, Star, for just continuing to stick with us, and thank you for the raid once again. So now we're gonna go ahead and get Wiggler Ahoy into the room now. Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't think they even need to be told. They just know.
They know.
They know what the gig is.
They're watching this stream, but they're not watching each other's streams.
All right, cool. And I think that's all of them in the lobby. So we could actually get right into this grand finals actually, and start to wrap up this tournament. I mean, we've added on a new round into Swiss. So this is the first time that we're going to have basically 6 rounds total. So definitely, despite all the hiccups and whatnot, I think we're going to be able to get through this tournament pretty solid here.
Yes, sir, we are. And let's get some hype in the chat for these 2 teams. Who are you all supporting? Are you a fan of Wiggler Ahoy and their crazy frontline playstyle, or are you a fan of 3 times? with just their powerful presence on the map, taking space very quickly. Let's hear it. This is Grand Finals.
Alright, and it looks like we're going to be starting off with some Splat zones on Inkblot Art Academy. So, what is going to be the game plan for either of these teams in this first game?
I mean, you're definitely going to be seeing a lot of special usage, possibly a double booyah or double armor coming out on the side of probably splatter scope Firefin from Kim is probably going to be the composition. You're going to be seeing the Tetras from Alley, and that's going to be their main way of breaking in, of using splashdown, of dancing around trying to find these isolated picks, but it's so hard to do against this unit that is You're going to see Soren on something pretty close range, but you're also going to see Char on some dualies, and you're going to see Roundy on the junior most likely. Let's get into this. Let's see if this scrappy playstyle from Wiggler Ahoy can break through once again, as they did back in the final exam. Here we go.
Alright. Game number 1 of this absolute, ongoing series here between and Wiggler Ahoy. So Wiggler Ahoy winning the last 2 finals between formerly known as K University here. And right out of the gate, we see Wiggler Ahoy going 2 down. Is just coming out guns blazing right now.
Already down so much time, a quarter of the way through that quest that they need to win the game. And they already have some good specials online. Armor on both sides gets popped. Bombs come out. Missiles come out. But you see University trying to enter. Attack gets 1. Going down. 3 going down on the side of is Wiggler Ahoy able to put a stop to that timer. Get some control and take into the area.
Wow, an excellent first push from here, and Wiggler Ahoy has 3 specials at the ready here, so they are going to be able to play a very, very strong defensive effort here, as the Booyah Bomb coming out from here to try to counteract this zone and do a little bit of, this kind of crowd control here, but that's going to be Vanessa going down, which was a crucial piece to trying to counteract this push, and Wiggler Ahoy is going to go ahead and take the lead here, actually.
Yeah, that first switch was a great move, and Alley with the splashdown able to counteract the bomb rush, and that bomb from Roundy pushing Vanessa over the edge to put in a nice position for Soren to come back. Great. Unfortunately, it's not able to splash and stop this bomb rush again. Rio coming out, changing the order a bit. Soren going down the zone, taking a lot of pace. Nolan with the armor trying to take the 2 go down and started 3 go down, and that's life, and that's gonna be the game going to Wiggler Ahoy, and these teams are going in already.
If this game didn't already tell you that this is gonna be a wild series here, I don't know what else to tell you, because we just had come out with an insanely strong first push, and it looked like that they were coming out with a vengeance for the previous 2 times they've met in the finals here. And they were ready to, take the zone and have a very, very decisive game 1, but Wiggler Ahoy said, it is not your time yet, and manages to turn the zone around and just keep at bay almost entirely once they got that zone in their hands.
And it's a very much a far cry from the last time these teams met up, where it went into overtime in that Splat Zones Blackbelly game. That was 2 tournaments ago.
That was 2 tournaments ago. Splat Zones on Blackbelly.
As we go into this next game, Blackbelly is definitely going to remind them of that. Let's hope that it's not another crazy overtime game like it was back then. But I mean,
I won't complain.
I won't complain. I definitely will not complain. But yeah, I mean, exactly what I expected to see from both sides in terms of team compositions and their aggressive playstyles. The way that the Allie has been using those Tetras to roll around and get in exactly where she needs to be, and supported by her team. It's very good to see, because Tetra players are often known for just rolling in and dying, but being intelligent with it is so hard to do.
Absolutely. So, but going into this game too with Rainmaker on Blackbelly, I really do like here. I'm hoping I'm just not gonna, jinx anything. I'm gonna knock on some wood here, but I definitely like composition here as opposed to Wiggler Ahoy's. Just because of I just think the weapon choice fits much better with this map because it's so much uneven ground and whatnot. The Tetras are definitely gonna have a little bit of issue here, and with Vanessa on that Dynamo, gonna be able to pretty much reach over any of these little humps or any of these little ridges here. I definitely do like them coming into this.
Yeah, I agree. I much prefer it as the favorite, and especially with the way that they can just be absolutely oppressive on those quick pushes. I really like that. So let's see if they live up to that and put on a game for us. They already have a Stingray charged, switching off that sort of characteristic charger to go for something a little bit more defensive, a little bit more special oriented. As you see the Stingray getting popped, waiting for them to come into that close great pop. I mean, that's a good push. That is a left. And some squid bags already coming out. And these teams are out for blood. They're out for pride. This is crazy.
This absolutely is. And I mean, both these teams are very familiar with each other. So there's definitely going to be a lot of just in-game banter with some silly things like the squid bag. And getting two members down on the side of Wiggler Ahoy, and Wiggler Ahoy very lucky to actually shut down that Rainmaker push there. And getting ready to actually, mount another push and trying to maybe possibly even take the lead.
Yeah, even though they got stopped, it was not really fine. And so because of that, they're going to be able to wait for a Rainmaker to pop. They decide to want to wait for specials, they didn't have to the ground, and then that. Ray comes out, the missiles come out, two of them actually. Allie and Flip are going down. But with the specials and the armor, they're going to be stopped. Sora able to trade one on Vanessa. Three up on both sides now. Especially so in the after, you see a chicken that's online. Epic player. Let's see if that gets used. You see the chicken that's on the sprouting. Two players are left to go.
Yeah, they really aren't, which is honestly a little bit surprising. They look like they were ready to kind of, invade the base here with the Rainmaker, but now the Rainmaker carrier here is going to have to basically completely change up the route as the clock on the Rainmaker itself is going to tick really close to zero. The entire team's going to have to basically back away from this Rainmaker as that is a self-explosion that's going to happen.
I can't believe that they wasted that much time on the side of Wiggler Ahoy. They wasted a full minute for that push. That was impressive. You see this place out. I mean, no one being very smart and backing up, waiting for that special and waiting for the kick to win. Very strong, intelligent player. They're able to, now they're able to get their footing and get another push pop 10 to go. Storm getting a very quick kick. Now it's going to be a very way for Wiggler Ahoy to go enter. See a pick 3 going down overall on the side of the mountain. But the Stingray is still on the line. See the Tempest come up. No one able to get a very nice pick. This is a bloodbath. These teams are just finding each other shit every opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, any little tiny mistake is being absolutely punished right now. As Nolan starts to work his way up a little bit, gonna be popping that Booyah Bomb, trying to, kind of zone out some players here, and they're gonna actually take the half pipe for their push here, but it's gonna get shut down. The half pipe not a very popular route to take on Blackbelly Rainmaker.
Why is that, BRF? You know, I always hear people talking about it, but I never really get a great explanation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I could do justice myself, but I'll give it a shot here. But the half pipe is kind of just, you know, you're almost kind of choking yourself by going that direction. I mean, yes, it's a little bit away from the spawn, but it's really easy for anybody that's coming from the spawn to just get to the half pipe and, you know, put a full stop to it. You can basically just form a whole freaking wall there of just your own team, and it's really going to be hard to push through. So in order to take that left half pipe, you need a pretty solid wipe, because you need to be able to get through that whole half pipe without, you know, much opposition, because you can get surprised by a couple of different angles there by taking the half pipe. But here, heading into overtime, they're going to get one more shot at trying to claim victory here and avoiding an 0-2 deficit. It is a 3v3 situation now. They managed to go ahead and take out the K-shot there. As him, Holt, the Rainmaker, trying to get a couple of picks. One member going down inside of Bombs coming out. 2 members down on the side of Chickens coming out galore. 3 members down on the side of This might be over, and it is. Kim gets shut down, and Ahoy gonna be taking game 2. And faces a very, very tough challenge ahead of them.
Damn. With the way that they were playing, I was expecting them to take that game, but Ahoy was just, it didn't seem like they ever went like too many players down at one time. You know, they always had the bomb pressure. They always had everything they needed to do to stay in that game. Very impressive stuff, and I feel like it was just the oppressive specials. It was the double missiles. It was the armor. It was Soren going in and making plays. You know, it was a well-oiled machine putting on a show.
Absolutely. So, here, in round 4 of Swiss, they beat Ahoy 3-1.
Did they?
So, yes, they did. So, Ahoy, I guess must have, you know, learned something in that set loss and are capitalizing on it, because Ahoy is acting like right now that they won that last set like 3-0, or, you know, and they're gonna win this set 3-0. That's the mindset that it's that I'm getting from Ahoy right now.
Very interesting. I agree. You know, it seems like they know all the tricks. They know what that Dynamo is going to be doing. They know how Nolan's going to be trying to get their picks. They know where Kim is going to be and how they're going to be using Stingray, and they know how to counteract it. And I feel like it's a very strong adaptation, considering that they played in Swiss and that they got beaten kind of handedly. So
yeah.
This is a nice change of pace. It's a very dominating game from our reigning champions.
Absolutely. And I mean, like you said, they are the reigning champions. They're playing like the reigning champions now. So I don't know what happened in that round 4 Swiss, since we weren't able to stream that match. But it's I definitely think there was a transformation between then and now. Just something in the team synergy. But we're going to be heading into game 3. Trying to avoid elimination once again from Ahoy as they head into Clam Blitz on Wahoo World.
Remember, this is for $40. So, while it's not the prize pool of the final exam, it is still a little bit of cash that they're playing for. They want the pride. They want to say, hey, we made a little bit of money playing Splatoon.
Absolutely, not many people can say that.
Alright. Game 3 is on Clam Blitz on Wahoo World. And I feel like him switching off of backlines in general and switching to an armor weapon, double armor, double video, it's gonna make the missile spam at least a little bit less, like, oppressive when Ellie goes down there to that dynamo. And we just see Ahoy getting swarmed by their own playstyle. This is gonna be an interesting game for sure.
Yeah, so there is Nolan going ahead and coordinating that first push there, bringing out the Booyah Bomb to kind of zone out Soren, but Soren able to kind of come over the lip of that mound, and seems like this push is mostly over, but no, a couple more clams go in, and this all the way down to 38 points remaining. An excellent first push out of the gate.
Yeah, that's strong in so many ways, and especially because that penalty is 2-2 game, so they can chip away at those turns more if they need to with the and so because of that, this is a really strong push that we see from Amamam. And even though they backed up, they got picked, they still had the specials ready to make this mid and gain control back. That's 3 down again for Wiggler Ahoy. And remember how we were saying that they were doing these getting picks and getting the kill back and not going too many down and keeping the bomb pressure up? We're not seeing that from Wiggler Ahoy this time.
Yeah, Amamam is, I mean, I don't know, but I feel like both of these teams play better when, you know, just kind of coming with vengeance almost. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they play better when they're mad, dude. You know, like, that's a thing that happens. That's a thing that happens in so many other sports and so many other kinds of games. A missed throw from Vanessa, very unfortunate. That's going to be no points on the board just yet as the pick goes down, Cat. But Nolan goes up with the Booyah Bomb and picks up the Clam and then comes down and dunks it. That was so big brain. Damn.
Wow. Absolutely insane here as the basket is going to come up here, and it looks like Wiggler Ahoy is ready to go ahead and push on their own. Allie here with the tech is going to be supporting Soren on the left ramp here. Soren's going to pop these missiles, trying to push around the members of Amamam. They managed to get 1 pick. They make it 2 at this point. Soren's going to go ahead and dunk the Clam here, and Wiggler Ahoy is going to start pushing on their own.
This needs to be a good push, and that's exactly what we're going to see. We're going down to the side of Clam's coming in. Ellie trying to wait out that timer, trying to make sure that the push can come in. Char on those dualies is able to save the power clam, not going to get taken out right as they land. And that's a really important power clam to save.
Absolutely. Soren could have tried to brute force themselves up to the basket and make it work, but definitely better to play with a little bit of caution. As you see Roundy setting up the flank here. Soren's going to be kind of tossing that power climb a little bit back before getting shut down by Nolan. Nolan going ahead and getting shut down by Allie now. A lot of just back and forth. Very, very scrappy match right now.
And Allie with a little bit of a spin back too. These gamers are so disrespectful right now. As we see players coming in getting specials on both sides. This is a drug match. This means so much to this team right now. You can feel it in play.
Absolutely. And it looks like with 2 power clams on the side of Amamam, they're going to get ready to push once again. But 2 members actually do end up going down there. So it seems like Amamam's just going to kind of back up a little bit, recollect themselves, and prepare for a defensive effort. As a trade between Kim and Allie goes down, Roundy going down as well, Wiggler Ahoy with a power clam, Soren doing an excellent job this whole game of just trying to keep these power clams alive.
Yeah, but if you can't get them in, then that's kind of a problem. You know, you're wasting so much effort revealing your position. And it got him killed at one point, you know, when no one came around that carousel. So it's a tight balance. You know, you wanna keep these clans alive, but at the same time, it's very hard to reveal your position. Especially when you don't have the player advantage that you need. But as we get 10 seconds down, we see 2 power clans on the side of Wiggler Ahoy as they're edging towards the base. Booyah Bomb is able to split up the members of Wiggler Ahoy, but there were no picks in that time. Clam gets dunked, and now we're in overtime. This is the only push that Wiggler Ahoy can make because they decided to dunk the power clam. And now they're 2 down. Char able to go in, get that power clam, and Soren's able to jump in. There's another jump too, but they only 3 power clams it looks like. Soren tries to go in, go for it, but is unable to do so, able to get stopped by and that is going to be it for Wiggler Ahoy. Taking game 3 and staying alive.
Wow.
Is that
what a last push?
Do I hear the closet door opening?
You know, it might be creaking a little bit. It's a little bit of a creak right now.
That was clutch. That was clutch by Mum.
It really was, but that was a very impressive overtime push by Wiggler Ahoy. Because, like, throughout that entire time, somebody was always jumping.
Yeah.
Even after, like, somebody was down, somebody else came in. There was always a fresh jump coming in. And the pressure was just always on for to play some defense in that last push. And Wiggler Ahoy got it really close. They were I think they were somewhere between 3 and 4 clams shy of actually winning the game and the series.
This is too much. I can't do a game 5. Man, I haven't had water all day.
Hey, I need to see a game 5.
I want to see a game 5, but I'm not ready for the stress, man.
Oh man. So
this is so much fun.
It is. We're very fortunate to be here to just continue to commentate this grudge match. Really, is what it is at this point.
It really is.
So. Game 4 though. Tower control on Manta Maria. So it looks like is already all readied up. They know exactly what they want to do heading into this game.
Yeah, I think that they are probably going to be sticking to the strategy that worked last time. You know, overwhelm the members of Wiggler Ahoy, and if you overwhelm them, they can't overwhelm you. You know, it's kind of a battle of two different playstyles, which I think is really just fascinating and interesting from a strategy standpoint in general. Even beyond just the fact that these teams are battling each other from different sides of an ideological spectrum. And so we're gonna see, a lot of the same.
All right. Well, here it is, game number 4. Wiggler Ahoy up 2-1 against trying to open that closet door a little bit more and get the broom within grasp. But first, before they do that, they need to go ahead and ride this tower to victory. One member already down on the side of though. Make that 2 at this point, and Wiggler Ahoy gonna get the first push here.
These maps are so nice for something like the Tetradoilies, which can roll around in all of that open space. And especially we're gonna see two armors from the side of which is going to be really good for combating those Tetradoilies. And it's going to be a really big push and pull of specials as well as positioning. And what you're seeing right now is very good positioning on the side of and not a lot of specials on the side of Wiggler Ahoy. They do have some, but they just keep getting taken down without not able to use it. Around to getting taken out, they have to use the armor. And you see Nuga's car that's Soren trying to fight for the tower. Char on the splatter shot here. This is already getting pushed to the last checkpoint in the first minute and a half of the game. And there's nothing they feel like they can do to stop it. 2 go down finally on the side of Allie that splashdown. Unfortunately, would be taken down by that Booyah bomb. Got popped just a little bit too soon.
Yeah, but I don't think this push is necessarily over yet, because already back to applying pressure as Nolan kind of hangs down in this bunker here. The tower's gonna get pretty close back to a full reset, but just ready to just kind of pick up where they left off. To them, this push isn't over.
To them, this push is definitely over. They're already trying to match double Booyah bomb coming out one after another. And the able to protect them as they decide to push this street area. Nolan trying to find a quick hit, unable to do so. The kill team. And this looks like it's finally looking up for Wiggler Ahoy, who's going down this side of still left on this map though, and as the Tetris goes down, and that's finally pushed it out. This looks like it could be a map to push. You see control of the wheel area goes back to the yellow scene.
So absolutely. And as we see here, both players from kind of regain control of their bunker here as Wiggler Ahoy is now moving up into that area. And it seems like Wiggler Ahoy has now established themselves in the position that was previously in. But two members going down on the side of Wiggler Ahoy here from some very clever play on the side of in order to, kind of stop the tower before it got a little bit too far. Vanessa with a beautiful pick there.
That's just dynamo for you. That's so hard to deal with to play around. Oh my gosh, you can't even get close to him, he just whacks you. Impressive play from Vanessa, showing the power of the dynamo. Going over walls, just straight through your soul.
That is a very good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, I keep saying over and over again, I just love watching Vanessa with the dynamo. It is absolutely just one of the most fun, amazing things to watch here. And Nolan getting some more picks, but before finally getting shut down by the Tetra Dualies. Ali trying to move up a little bit, getting closer to that dynamo, trying to surprise the dynamo a little bit, but Vanessa knows that she is there. Ali manages to take down the player off the tower though, the Booyah Bomb causing Ali to now back up. But it's some excellent maneuvering from these Guard Tetras to just stay alive and get a couple of hits to shut down this person from us.
That splashdown should not have worked. Vanessa should have hit that shot. For whatever reason, it didn't. And now, there's a lot of space in this little area. Nolan's going to get taken out. It is 2 down on both sides. This is going to be a very, very tough game to come back from if you're Wiggler Ahoy. Jumps coming in, finally the bomb coming out. Take down one of them. Not going to be able to. Missiles coming out, walls and armor. This looks like the push that Wiggler Ahoy needs. One going down to the missiles. That's Nolan. That's so huge. And this is a 30 seconds left push. Ali all the way in the enemy base. You see Char on top of this bunker, able to get some work, putting some pressure onto Vanessa. You see the missile getting first again as the 3 launches down. Ali's finally getting taken down. Got the only player doing this attack getting missiles. Able to get taken out, but takes out Roundy in return. There's 10 seconds left on this timer, and this is looking like it could be the game. If this push keeps going, there is nobody left for Wiggler Ahoy to keep going though. And all needs to step on this tower. It's a really bad position for him to do so though. Kim trying to find the picks, and they do. Cat getting on top of the tower as Randy gets taken out by Vanessa.
My heart.
You said you wanted a game 5, and you got it. God damn it.
Man. Wow, my heart was beating with that one. Wiggler Ahoy with an amazing last push there, but the clutch plays from and I mean, combine that with the early push that they had, it was just a little bit too much from Wiggler Ahoy to overcome. But I think if they had a chance to replay that, Wiggler Ahoy could have definitely had just settled the whole tournament here. But instead, we are now going to Game 5. Splat zones on Snapper Canal. What is your take on this map mode combo?
It's very easy to cap this zone. But at the same time, it's so hard to get to the zone. There are so many ways that Wiggler Ahoy or could go flanking, could use the wide amounts of coverage and just the distance of this map to prevent them from even getting there. And I think that that's going to be the biggest key here, is who has the tools to get to the zone and then take it. Because I feel like that's the biggest obstacle. It's not a matter of painting. This mode is more of who controls the area instead of who can paint the area. Like Snapper Canal, when you think about it, like doesn't have like large areas to paint. Unless you're talking about those far off areas. Like when you think about the main street area, when you think about the zone, there's not like much room. And because of that, close quarters combat's going to be really huge. Like Tetras have a field day here. But also, Dynamo takes up so much space that it's so hard to get close. And so it's going to be a balance between, probably we're going to see missile spam on the side of Wiggler Ahoy, like we saw in those first 2 games, and a balance between the armor pushes that we're going to see from And that's my prediction rolling into this. DRF.
Very, very detailed game plan.
What are you thinking?
Honestly, I think you put it together very well there. I think you laid out the entire game plan for both teams. They need to do exactly what you just said. And we're going to go ahead and settle this right here, right now. Game 5, once again, for CCA. We are here, Syllabus Week 2, to settle this once and for all. Wiggle Ahoy, 2-2. Let's get this started as both teams start by fighting over the zone. Very, very equal control over the zone right now. Nobody's really established a dominance quite yet. And nobody's really been picked off either. As we finally see establish first control here, and Wiggle Ahoy looks like they're going to be able to get their first control here as well, as 2 members are down on the side of
But there's a fight breaking out on the other side, and Pincer is the Petrogoo is causing so much havoc over in that corner. Tyrant is taking out a little bit because Blue separates the team and Blue Ahoy. And now there's a Junior stray in mid. Kim, where are you going? I know you're a backliner, but you can't be there. And Blue coming out gets taken down before it lands. And now it looks like it's almost a wipe for on the side of Wiggle Ahoy's going to take this space and run with it. Allie pushing way, way up, preventing any flanks from coming out. You can see Nolan going over to that side, near that slip area, that park, that unpainted area. But now Armor's coming in from both teams, a double Armor getting caught on the side of But Vanessa goes down because Allie was slamming over there, and Soren as well. And now, unfortunately, there were 2 getting taken down on both sides, but Wiggle Ahoy is still control the zones. There's 30 ticks left, and needs to do something. Okay, there it is. The paint is finally up. DRF. Did I call this game for here?
You really did. This is actually looking to basically be following exactly what you have said so far. And now Vanessa's going to be popping that Booyah Bomb now. Trying to, push Wiggle Ahoy out of this zone here. Vanessa so far has been, struggling a little bit, being constantly shut down here. And it seems like Vanessa's starting to find her footing in order to surmount their own counter push here, as they are now out of the penalty and starting to take away at their own scoreboard here.
Yes, they are. There are 3 juicy players for Nolan to throw that Booyah Bomb at. But no, I believe Allie on the other side of the map finally gets that pick onto Cat. And this is looking like it could be a green zone soon. 2 going down the side of but Nolan able to equalize that by taking the zone. He gets another one on rounding the main feature. Now there's 15 ticks left until we get into the lead, and there's not a whole lot that Wiggle Ahoy can do. They are so close to getting over that map. But jump out and missiles trying to prevent from getting too many ticks, getting too many plays. Soren going down, Silver on the other side of the map, and Allie going down as well. This looks like it could be it. Nolan split bagging as the last bit comes through. The Booyah Bomb is probably going to take out 2. Able to take out 1. 2 going down the side of Wiggle Ahoy, and this looks like it's going to go into the side of and down. And the reverse sweep for in the CCA Syllabus Week 2nd semester. My God, that was tough to watch.
Wow. They did it. They creaked the door open, they got their footing, then they slammed the door open, grabbed the broom, and it was time for that reverse sweep. Excellent work.
There was so much salt. There was so much salt. Over, like, oh my god.
Wow. What a match.
What a match, what a set, what a tournament.
Honestly, yeah, we saw some fantastic play from all of the teams today. And I am just mind blown as to the quality of play that these teams continue to put out for us here at CCA.
Indeed. I'm so glad that all the teams are, happy, enjoyed the tournament. And if you enjoyed this, we have a special announcement to make on stream. We're going to be partnering with the Florida Game Con to bring an open tournament, an event sponsored by a bunch of university students that have put on their own convention in the past. And the ultimate prize is going to be a a $200 headset from Corsair for each member of the winning team. And CCA is going to be helping put on this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. So to actually get some more specifics here, so Florida GameCon is going to be happening February 21st. All right, that is going to be a Sunday, which is also kind of a little bit of a reason why we hosted this month's tournament on a Sunday. And so keep that date in mind, February 21st. This is an open tournament. All right, I would like to emphasize that it's an open tournament. You do not need to be a college student or alumni to participate, contrary to most of our other CCA events. And a little bit more on the headsets, actually. The winning team is going to get 4 HS50 Pro headsets, courtesy of Corsair.
I'm so excited for this. Florida GameCon seems like they have a lot of interest, and they seem really passionate about putting on a good event, and we're so lucky to be helping them out and producing content for them and helping them run this tournament, because they're interested in Splatoon too. After watching what everyone here has been able to help produce, especially all of you who have been constantly supporting us. Thanks to you guys, we're going to be able to give this scene a great opportunity, and I'm very happy about that.
Oh yes, thank you all so much for just continuing to support us, and for sticking with us as we head into our second semester now. So it has been a great privilege to be able to just continue to commentate and host all of these tournaments for the collegiate community, in hopes of just, starting to push kind of the idea of collegiate Splatoon more.
And with that, do you have anything else, DRF?
I think that just about does it, other than save the date, February 21st.
February 21st. Please spread it like wildfire on Twitter. We're going to be tweeting about it very shortly. So please spread it. I want a bunch of people in this community to be playing for those headsets. I think it's a great opportunity. So, I've been Magic 8 Ball.
And I have been DRF.
We are your CCA co-founders, and thank you for coming to our tournament.
Thank you all so much.